Right, this is my 2001 1.4 Ford Fiesta, which has one owner from new, 14,000 original miles. It was well looked after by the person that had it. It belonged to my mate's nan. She had it from new and had all the work done to it. Long story short, I ended up having a message from my mate's mother asking if I had a fuel tank for it, which I didn't at the time, but one of the boys I knew had a Z-Tech S that he was breaking. So long story short, I gave him what I could for the tank. Turns out then that the tank was the wrong fit for the car, because I think there's something in the baffles inside the fuel tank. There's completely different. So I ended up sourcing another tank, which is over there, from another friend. So obviously I've painted that now in red oxide primer. I've owned the car for, I'd like to say 3.5, 4 years, but I'm just gonna go with 3 years. It's been off the road for, I'd say, 5 years. Obviously life got in the way, so it's basically just been tucked in the corner. Anyone that knows me knows I absolutely love my mk5 Fiestas. Obviously the Focus I had ended up failing on the engine, so obviously cylinder 2, the compression in it, well, there was none. So what I'm actually doing to this car is spending time actually getting it on the road now. So far I've put obviously new wishbones on, I've got new drop links to go on, new inner and outer tie rods, I've got new discs and pads. I ended up buying these in a massive job lot of parts off a friend, so can't fault him for that. Originally I was going out for the leather interior, so I ended up coming away with like a van full of parts, so thanks donks. I ended up buying these Z-Tech S wheels. I think they're phase 2 because they haven't got the big cap. And the reason why I bought these is because it was cheaper getting these than what it was to get 4 new tyres. At the moment, like I said, the tank's off, so I'm currently in the process of red oxide primer in that and coating it. I've treated all the areas with cure rust. I'm going to end up pulling the liners out. Got my brother coming over shortly to help with the suspension and other bits and pieces on the car. I'm going to paint the inner front arches green, and then I'm going to stick the covers back on. Obviously there's new wishbones. I've got to tighten these bolts up on the passenger side. Obviously I've got to replace this because I got one in the box. I've got to get all the rust off this just so you know, it tidies it up. Obviously these discs were just full of rust. I've wire wheeled them off now. I will eventually change these, but the main thing at the moment is to get the tank on, get that plumbed in, get the new fuel pump that I bought put in the tank, and I think that's pretty much it. Just get the car through an MOT, and then I can obviously do all the fun bits after, because at the moment this is just tedious and boring. Day 365 on the Fiesta. No, I'm fucking in. Come down to my granddad's, obviously Saturday after work. Had to go get the other fuel sender because what I needed was, where is it? This. A small bit of pipe. Because basically the old tank that came off the Fiesta, it was riddled with, like, the only way to describe it is stale fuel. Obviously it was just, the smell it was giving off was like stale, and it was smelled like crayons. So didn't end up having that tank. Ended up getting this tank. I ended up buying a new fuel filter and a fuel pump to go on this. But looking at this, this looks new. This looks new. This is the one that came out of the original tank that I had in my Fiesta. You can just see it's covered in crap. So that's the original fuel pump that packed in, which caused the car to stop working. So yeah, all I needed from that was that bit of pipe. The other part I'm after is under the car. Plan is basically change the pump, but looking at this one works. This one looks new-ish. So I'm wondering if it's worth actually changing the pump. Obviously the cam belt's got to get done, the timing belt, the what's the word I'm looking for? Water pump got to get done, and then I think there's like a small bit of welding on the driver rear arch on the inside. Give it a service, and then I think she'll be ready to be put back on the road. Well, ready for the MOT, and then fingers crossed it all goes okay. Obviously the bumper's off because I was gonna stone chip the back of this to protect it, and eventually I can work on the wheels, get the wheels one colour. Obviously upgraded the brakes. I say upgraded the brakes, I didn't upgrade them. Obviously went for the grooved and drilled ones. I got to do the other side now, the discs in, because I ran out of time last time I was working on the car. Obviously it's been lowered 40mm on yellow Apex springs with standard shocks. Wishbones, drop links, tie rod ends, all that's been changed. Suspension's been, I say refurbished, it hasn't been refurbished, it's basically been cleaned up, and I've basically just painted them black so they look decent. Yeah, so with a bit of luck this car will be running 5 minutes. Right, so I'd say me being me, I faff with the car a lot. Bumper's back on the back. Done the brake hoses up. Obviously the bolts done them up. Put the wheel back on our side. Took the front bumper off because obviously the coolant's got to come out. Spark plugs out. Waiting for my granddad now to get me a jack, because at the moment mine's supporting the engine. Well, supporting the one side of the engine. My plan is to obviously get this wheel off, get the arse end up in the air, because on this side, under there, there's a small hole, so my plan is to prep that area. Obviously I got metal, I got a welder, do that. This will eventually get done, but it's not a major issue. It's just there's a small patch of, small patch or a small hole under there, so we'll get that done today, hopefully. Other than that, I'm just waiting on a friend of mine. He's doing the engine side of it. I have no idea, obviously, what to do in the engine side of things, so hopefully it'll be done today. Dinner hatch, liner's out. Not as bad as what I thought. Obviously all this normally is proper rotten. On this, it's just surface rust by the looks of it. So I'm going to clean all that off and treat it. Clean that up around there. Yeah, I'll eventually stone chip all that. But for the time being, I'm just going to sort these edges out.
Ready?
Yep.
Go on. Shooting stuff at them.
Right, so obviously that's the driver's side on the rear of the sill. That is the passenger side on the rear sill. It's not as bad as what I thought it was. This side, obviously we gave it a bit of a poke and a prod with a screwdriver, and from like a 5p hole it turned into a thumb-sized hole. So I'm gonna angle grind that down now to get all the rust off. I'm gonna treat a certain area of it. I'm currently in the middle of making templates now. One for the passenger side, one for the driver side. Get them cut out of metal and then hopefully get them welded in. Timing belt now is done, so that's a good thing. Alternator belt is another story. I bought one, as it said, it did fit, and it was a exact fit, as it said, online. Turns out it's actually shorter than the original belt that was on the car. So I've got to go to Spartans or Euro Car Parts tomorrow to buy another one. And what I'll do is the one that come off the car, I'll take that with me just for reference. But yeah, the timing belt's done, just needs to get the alternator done, put some oil in the car, so change the oil and filter, do the welding on both sides. I think do a couple of the little bits and pieces like put the coolant in the car, power steering fluid needs to go in because obviously a while back it drained all the fluid over my driveway. And then it'll basically be ready for an MOT, so I'll just book it in with my regular garage. That is the rear seats out. Just gotta get these quarter plastics out and then I can, well, start grinding again and hopefully do a bit of welding. Right, so it's been ages since I've welded. Obviously welded a patch there and by there. Also welded right there and put some seam on it. Same as over in that corner. Welded up and put some seam sealer there. So it's the welding done now. I'm gonna clean all this out and I'm gonna give it a blast over with stone guard. I'll do the other side. Gonna pull the horrible carpet liner out. That holds moisture. Clean all that up and give that a spray over. Clean the underside up. And also, I think today I'm gonna blast all this with stone guard. It's all been rust treated with Curust. So I'm gonna blast that with stone guard and potentially paint it later. And then potentially wait for my mates to finish work. And then put the new alternator belt on, and then it's just basically dropping the oil, filling all the fluids up, and then changing the air filter, and then it's good for the MOT. I spoke to my granddad, and he said the MOT station that we normally get our cars done closes on the 24th, so I'm going to get it booked in before then, I think. And we'll see if she passes. I'm honest to God, it's been a long time coming, and I'm excited but I'm nervous. You know, this car wasn't meant to be put on the road yet, but with my Focus failing, I opted to put this back on the road. It deserves it. So I'm really proud with the work that everyone's put into it, and I'm absolutely looking forward to getting it on the road. Right, moment of truth. It's alive! Fucking buzzing. On today, change that engine mount there for a new one. So, that one down there.
What is your video? She's not on the car.